it's time for something seriously unimportant. With your hosts, Anthony, Harley, Jimmy, and Carter.
What is up,
For a
everyone?
second, I looked at you and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with your headset?
What's wrong with his headset?
Gotcha.
Nothing. He got me like how he got the crowd.
How did what?
Nothing.
What
Don't worry. You know what? Maybe
You
watch the
missed it,
show once
right?
in a
Yeah,
while,
watch
and
the
you'll
show.
find
Maybe
out.
you'll see what happened.
I would never do that.
So, what was it? Was it this weekend? Yeah.
Yes.
We went to Wildwood, my car, I cracked my rim because I got pushed off 95 and hit a crater.
I forgot
I
about
knew that
this.
was a fucked up story laugh.
Yeah.
Like a regular
Yes.
laugh.
Yeah, it
Like,
definitely was.
This was such a pleasant weekend.
Yeah, here it comes. But
But
Then tragedy strikes.
anyway, so we ended up going to see his dad.
yeah,
Yeah, in
love you, Dad.
down the shore. And while we were there, we were like, might as well just hit the beach for a little bit because we had his mom, and she hadn't been to the beach yet this summer. So we went to Wildwood, and I've never done the slingshot, which is like the yellow
Crazy.
ball that gets
Fuck.
shot up into the
No.
air
Yeah,
and does
I-
all the flipping and shit like that.
I don't think I did that one. I did. There's two other ones in Wildwood. I definitely did one of them. It wasn't the one where you were in the ball. It wasn't the one where you're just like strapped. You know what I mean? You know the one where it's like just a regular bungee jump looking one where it's just you strapped in with like another person.
No, I don't do that.
The Superman one where
Yeah.
it like flings you like.
Whatever it is,
That-
that one I would
Whatever.
never fuck
No,
with that.
fucking, you guys are crazy, dude. I barely can do rides because my beautiful mother forced her child as a child to fucking get on rides, even though he was like, nah,
the
not
fuck?
about it yet. So
Oh, did poor Anthony get
Yeah.
traumatized
I
on
did.
the roller
I did.
coaster?
Definitely did.
Aw.
Damn Annie. My mom was a psychopath.
Annie.
and she-
Annie.
I know.
who the
Anna.
fuck's
I'm
Annie?
calling her Annie now.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go.
I knew her name was Anna too. I know your name. I'm gonna call you Annie for now.
It's a hard knock life.
Well, my mom was a lunatic. Like my mom was a crazy person, and she didn't even force me to go on rides. But I wanted to go on rides.
Well, you can tell your mom's story after I'm done mine.
But
I
she
didn't even
probably
finish
would have.
yet.
She probably would have forced me if I did want to go on the rides. But God, I'm sorry.
Fuck off. God damn.
First of all,
Yeah, first of all, fuck you.
Yeah, Annie, stop making
Shut
me
the fuck
interrupt
up,
Harley.
Jim. I want to tell my story.
Should I just turn his mic off?
Yes, please. Either way, so we went and we were standing there for a good 10 minutes just watching it happen, and we were
Yeah.
like, do we really want to do this? I think we want to do it.
dude,
do
I
we
was
really want to do
nervous
this?
for
Because
them.
like I had to pee already, so I was like, I'm probably gonna piss myself. Like I don't know. And I ended up buying the tickets anyway, and we were even while we're in line, we have the people behind us, which were like laughing and making fun of us. Not making fun of us, but you know how they do, like,
Yeah.
don't be a pussy,
yeah exactly.
Were you like having a heart attack the whole time in line?
Basically.
Or you
dude.
were-
Like I said,
His
I was
mom-
nervous for them.
His mom was standing next to me and like, I know you bought my ticket, but can I give it to somebody else and like, can I get out of line? Like,
Yeah.
but
They-
we finally
What are
sat
they, like
in.
$20 for those
Yeah,
rides?
I think I paid 48 for both our
40
tickets.
tickets or some shit.
Yeah, you
it's
pay a
fucking
good amount of
crazy.
money to go
Yeah.
on those crazy fucking things too.
Yeah, I
man.
was like,
Yep.
I already paid. I can't back out. What the fuck? Like, and then the guy who's operating it, he lets us in, and he's like, "You ready?" And I was like, "What about me screams I'm fucking ready right now?" And he was like, "Well, now you are because you're getting in the seat." And I was like, "Fuck!" So even while we're sitting, so right before it goes, it like rocks back before it shoots you up.
So you're like looking at the sky.
Yeah, so you're
They
looking at the
purposely do that,
sky.
Okay.
Hey
And-
Jimmy, wait a second. We have a video.
You have a video?
We do
What,
have
you
a
brought
video.
your phone on this fucking, or were
No,
you recording it from
I
below?
recorded them.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, he recorded me and
You
his
know what?
mom on the slingshot.
Anna, I'm really pissed off because
Oh.
of all rides not to force Ant to get on, you picked this one. I wish she drug you by
Jimmy,
your fucking ears.
I'm a grown man now. I can do what I want.
But, all right, Ant got some footage of this, and we're going to edit in right now. And we're back.
That was
Oh,
a
that was
weak
very
ass, and we're
tame.
back, man.
That was not weak. That was tame. It's a difference.
Yeah,
He
I'm
doesn't
trying
go
to do
yell
it
all the time.
differently.
I
All right?
didn't like that.
But either way, it was fucking fun. I want to do it again. Like it was. All right. So I opened my eyes right as we hit the peak and started rolling back. And at that moment, I was like, I'm going to die. And I thought I was legit gonna pass out for a few seconds.
Shit.
Yeah, the adrenaline you get from them things is
You know-
absolutely insane, but it's just not my type of adrenaline, man.
I wish while they were in line, Harley got shit on by a bird.
That would have been
Fuck
great.
you.
That would've
That
been-
already happened.
That would have been funny. Dude,
just so
there's
you know,
I
just
had
so
my
you know, you'd
card
have
on.
good luck. For
so
the
there's
ride.
two people operating this ride. There's one dude that hits the button that sends them flying, and then there's another dude looking and making sure the airspace is clear before, so you
Can you
don't hit
imagine
a
them
fucking seagull,
I was
dude.
gonna say, can you imagine them letting the fucking ball go and you just get seagull guts all over you
Yeah,
because you
that'd be
explode the
hilarious.
seagull?
Well, speaking of adrenaline and blood and guts,
Yeah.
perfect segue for the adrenaline junkie we have sitting over there on the couch. My mortal enemy, one of my closest friends in the wrestling world. We got Mikey Anarchy on the fucking couch tonight.
Mikey motherfucking Anarchy.
Yeah,
Good
we do.
motherfuckers.
How you doing today, man?
Same shit, different day, dude. Go to fucking work, do drugs, and go home.
Fucking right. Sounds like the life.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Oh,
like that's
shit.
every life of the wrestler. Like,
At
much.
this point, yeah, pretty well, except for Follow, probably.
Yeah.
Like
So-
the dude's literally just got Pepsi coursing through his veins at
Yeah,
this
he
point.
does.
Like
Pepsi and pizza sauce.
exactly.
I was telling them the other day I went to Tony's for the first time a couple weeks ago, and fucking Brian, Follow wasn't there.
You got him on the off
that
day.
guy's supposed to be there like 24/7.
I thought
but
he lived
lives
there for the longest
He
time, to be
basically
honest with
did,
you.
but not until recently,
Yeah.
because because of Corona and shit.
His
That's
belt.
crazy.
Do you know they have his belt hung up in there?
Yeah.
Wait, they finally hung it up?
Yeah, for
Oh,
when he's
finally.
not for when he's not using it.
Yep.
They
Well,
have
what
it
is
hung
it?
up
The
in
red
there.
one or the little white one that he has?
The pizza championship one.
The dishwashing title?
Yeah, the dishwashing title.
Finally, they
yeah,
put
they
that
have
shit
it
up.
hung
That
up.
thing's
That's
fucking
awesome.
legendary.
Yeah, they have it
dude.
hung up right in the bar area. It's
Dude,
pretty
That's
cool.
fucking
I have
sick.
so many bruises from that fucking belt that'll never go away.
oh, he fucking
Well,
lays
dude, that belt
in.
is literally indented because of my head.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't remember the event, but like Follow pointed this out to me. It was like in a match, I think was Behemoth was in it, and he cracked me in the back of the head with it. And ever since then, that belt was just inverted. Like it was fucking insane, dude. It's like I don't have any memory of that. I don't even remember getting hit with the fucking belt. So it's
Yeah,
like, what
if,
the fuck?
If you don't know already, Fallow is a bad motherfucker.
Yo,
Yeah.
that dude will fuck you up.
He's cool as shit, man. I never really talked to him much, like personally outside of wrestling, but you know, he always seemed like a really cool dude.
He's not
His
really much of a
matches-
talker. He's
He-
just more of a
yeah.
I'm gonna kick your fucking ass.
right?
He's one of my favorites with UWF. I mean, when we started going there, and I was like, this guy? Who the fuck is he? He is the most entertaining motherfucker ever with his get up that he has on and the pizza shit, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, he's the fucking man. Not one of my favorites. He is my favorite professional wrestler. Not even my favorite backyarder. He's my favorite fucking wrestler. Period.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
but-
high praise right
Whoop
there.
whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Represent.
It does suck that my first time at Tony's he wasn't there, but everybody Follow, just let you know, everybody there was talking really highly of you. I love that they have his picture up with like the
famous people that come?
have been in
Yes.
Tony's. His
That's
picture's up
awesome. I
on
gotta
that
get in
wall.
there, dude.
That's fucking
It's
awesome.
pretty cool.
Dude.
They got the belt up. Really cool. But so Mikey, the uncivilized, that the belt looks different.
Yeah, this
You
is
like John
the.
Cena it out.
Nah, fuck
John
that shit.
Cena it out.
Dude, that's a
Oh
saw
my-
blade.
Is
You
that a
wanted
spinner
John Cena
belt?
that shit?
That would have been awesome if you guys got a spinner
Oh,
belt.
fuck that shit. We would just look horny at that point.
No, you guys would look awesome.
But no, so this is the second version of the uncivilized title because I got rid of the fucking old one after that pussy JJ didn't defend it.
yeah, that guy is a pussy.
Like, fucking love JJ, but if you're gonna hold this title, you gotta defend it, motherfucker. You didn't do shit.
Called you
Damn.
out.
Fucking A, bro. So JJ, he
That
had
seems
the
dude. That seems to be a recurring theme on our show. Everybody comes on here to call out POR.
I know.
Well, hey, JJ won't come fucking fight me up in here. I gotta come down there to fight him. But even then, he runs from me, man. I've been trying to fuck JJ Escobar up for the last year now.
I just saw his new
Oh,
promo
did he
today.
burn his little weggies off?
Ah,
Dude, fuck that shit,
Oh
dude.
my
You can
God.
kiss my ass. It's like all right, I've seen JJ do that stupid fire shit, but he was on fire for like a good minute, dude.
Yeah, dude, that guy fucking
Like
Where was his watering crew?
Yeah, guys.
Stupid fucks.
the
fucking
world may
cell
never know.
phones will be there tomorrow. Fucking put your friend out.
Right?
I mean,
I'm sure there's a million other fucking camera views that got it for
Oh
them.
my god, dude.
oh yeah, that
Anyway.
video's all over the place.
That's
It's probably going to be showed next school year by the fucking
Dude,
fighter that comes
That
to school.
he just
right.
posted something on Facebook the other day saying like it was on Japanese television. That
Mm-hmm.
thing, it was on ESPN. It was on.
was
Oh,
on-
they love that
everywhere.
Dick Burning shit
It
over
was
there.
on
It's
They really
crazy.
two
do. It's fucking weird,
separate
dude.
That's
Japanese
They're,
channels
they're weird as shit. That's
over
what
in
they say,
Japan,
though.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
which is fucking wild.
I know. Like, good shit on you, JJ. I don't
Yeah.
know if I would have done some shit like
no,
that.
I
like,
definitely wouldn't have done something
even
I'm-
for all that
You won't
clout,
even
but
get in the slingshot.
Dude, I'm so
real
glad.
shit. I'll go through a death match, but that slingshot can kiss my ass.
That's funny.
I'm just so glad he's retiring that stunt.
Yeah, real shit. Like, that was just stupid to do. Especially, like, you're nuts, dude.
You guys must not know the wrestling business because in the wrestling business, the R word doesn't exist.
Yeah.
What
true.
R word?
Retire.
Retire.
What? What?
Yeah.
Fight forever?
Exactly. Exactly. JJ, burn your dick again, please.
Burn your dick here. We'll make
Right.
sure it gets
As
put
long
out
as
on
it's
time.
camera.
We have a hose.
Dude, somebody who was just saying that to me. They were like, "You have stuntmen on your show, but you don't have them do stunts. Like the videos ain't good enough
How-
for you."
Well,
What do you
that's a
want me
missed
to do?
opportunity
Set
on
the
you
garage
guys there,
on
man.
fucking fire.
Well-
you know what
Well,
I mean?
I mean, they do have a point, but still, fuck you guys. Who are you to tell us how to run our show with our own guests?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I agree with
Like,
fuck?
yeah.
Yeah, you want to do stunts, Mikey? Fucking jump off the roof.
Right?
Let's film it.
Go through the van out there.
Yeah, Jimmy's not doing anything.
I was about to
of
say,
that.
go through what van? I'll do that. You
Dude.
kidding me?
that would be kind of cool,
Listen,
though.
if this
Yo.
van is fucked up, I'll probably donate it to UWF or
Dude, you
PUR,
do
one
that.
of
Just
these.
know we don't know where we put that. Though. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
exactly.
Like somebody's probably just gonna wind up living in it.
Pretty much.
Like I could just see fucking Rich just like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna live in the van.
I'm
I
going to
don't
take
know.
this show on the road.
Yeah, right.
That van can hold a lot of light tubes.
Right?
It can.
True.
So, UWF, what got you started in UWF?
Me.
That motherfucker over there.
Oh yeah, I did know that. I did know
Well,
that.
dude, so it's like real shit. Oh, thank you, Carter.
Yeah, you might need that.
Yeah, probably will. But real shit. Like I was always a wrestling fan to begin with. I always wanted to be a wrestler,
Yeah.
and it's like some good shit. Jesus
Now,
Christ.
as a kid, did you get into all the gruesome wrestling,
Well,
that
so,
kind
like-
of shit?
Here, Carter, take that. I don't know who the fuck it goes to next.
Your mom.
You're right, probably. But I was like,
Your
I was
lighter.
always a wrestling fan when I was younger. Like,
Yeah.
the earliest memory I have is literally like fucking Undertaker getting choked out by Muhammad Hassan.
Yes.
And that shit was like the day of the
Yeah.
London bombings. I
That
was like,
shit-
oh.
Shit.
Dude, back when wrestling was like, we were like, we've done it all. Might as well just do everything we can to get
Yeah, at that
canceled.
point,
and
fucking
they
hell.
never got canceled.
Yeah,
It's
real
amazing.
Well, they almost did because of that.
Well, dude, even then,
True. But it was like, yeah, I was always like a fan of wrestling when I was younger. Like, I always wanted to be a wrestler. I never wanted to go to college. I didn't want to do anything but be a wrestler.
Okay.
So it was like, naturally, like then I discovered ECW because that shit got rebooted in 2005 or 6 in WWE, and that's when they started doing more of the hardcore shit. So I got exposed to that more. Then it was like 2012. I saw it was like the most fucking fucked up shit I ever seen as like a 12-year-old. It was Danny Havoc and Masada in a gusset plate death match.
Yep.
The first ever gusset plate death match, I think, in like American soil. So it was like the one particular moment. It was Danny Havoc had a gusset plate on a 2x4. Max knows those things fucking hurt.
yeah. For those who doesn't
For-
know what a gusset plate is, it's the they hold like wooden beams
Yeah,
together
like,
on
if you,
roofs.
If you
and,
want to
like,
see
in
one,
houses.
I have 2 on my belt right here.
Yeah,
like,
he
he's
does.
got some on his
like,
belt.
those
They're
are
not
fucking-
made to go into
no,
the human body.
Fuck no, they're not.
But they
But they
do.
stick very well
Oh, they
sometimes.
do.
Those
dude.
things.
Those things are.
Especially when
I
you
love
take them
them.
and glue them to a 2x4.
Ah, yeah,
these
been through
guys
that
did.
before.
So go
That's
ahead,
good.
finish the story.
But so it was like Danny Havoc swung it like it was a fucking baseball bat.
like he was swinging at a fucking pitch.
Yeah, he was trying to kill this dude, and this shit fucking squirted into like a cloud of fucking blood. And that
It was
right
one
there
of the
was
most
like
bloodiest moments ever.
real shit. And that right there was like the moment I was like, yo, I want to fucking do this.
That's when you know you're a lunatic.
But then
Right.
keep in mind, I'm like 12 years old. I'm like, I'll never actually fucking do this. Then the next video I see, it's literally Jun Kasai and Masada again. Fucking Masada drop toe holds Jun Kasai into one of these face first. Fucking leaking. I'm talking his whole entire face was. I was like, oh, I want to fucking do this.
Yeah,
And then it was
fucking A,
like, so
man.
like fast forward what, like it was 2018. I randomly get a text from Max. He goes, yo, there's a backyard wrestling show right down my fucking street. I was like,
We met through Marks, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
literally, I met Marks by accident, and then he introduced me to you and Harley at Rock Allegiance.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
then
that was
that's-
the first day we met. Was that
Yeah,
day?
and then
Okay.
that's when we started talking about wrestling.
Okay.
So then we went to GCW a couple times.
Yep.
And then you told me about XPW.
Yep.
That was like down the street from you. It's like, all right, fuck yeah, I'll go see this because like he told me he was wrestling. So it was like a couple shows later, I had the original Uncivilized title, but it wasn't the original like for XPW/UWF. I literally made that to be like a gimmick that I would go to deathmatch wrestling shows. I made that belt.
Yeah.
I fucking customized that entire thing.
What,
with
the
me,
first
my
version
dad.
of the Uncivilized?
Yeah, the very
Do
first
we have
one.
a picture?
Okay.
You have a picture or some shit?
Yeah,
of
I got
it?
a bunch of
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah,
of all
well,
that
let's,
shit.
yeah, we can,
picture
yeah,
up
let's have a
because
picture of the old
Yeah,
That
like
title
this
was
shit-
fucking awesome.
Dude, that thing literally was a WWE replica. Just cut out the fucking WWE logo. I cut off the sidebars and put fucking, it was like carpet strips. Then the gems all had thumbtacks and gusset plates on them. Then the side plates were all thumbtacks.
Dude,
And
it
then
Yeah.
we
was the
had,
worst
I
belt
remember.
ever to be
that shit
to
was
be
that shit was
holding, it
basically
was-
like tetanus on a fucking strap.
even
if
when
you really
were the
wanted
champ.
to.
It was
Dude.
like, I don't want to take the belt home. because it's like, no, I
like-
don't want the belt this week.
Yeah.
real shit.
Yeah, like you would get cut before your fucking match. You're like, oh,
Yep.
why am I bleeding? It's like, oh yeah, I have the fucking belt. It's like even then with this belt, I still do. Like half these fucking blood smears were from accidental blood,
But it
Like-
looks so cool.
but it looks sick. Yeah,
Yeah,
So,
that is cool, man. I do
that's
like the new-
actually how I got into like doing UWF. Was actually the original Uncivilized belt because they had asked me if I could like rent it to them for shows, and I originally was gonna do that, but like when we got to the show, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna donate it because like this shit was so fucking sick. So Fatality was like, well, since you donating this, like, do you want to come train? Like, would you be interested? That right there was my foot in the door.
Yep.
So it was like literally just shit I did offhand by accident or just not for wrestling, like to be my own person, got me into literally UWF. It was like the coolest fucking thing.
Yeah,
Weird how life
fucking A,
works
man.
sometimes.
It is. Like I accidentally met Marks and that crescendoed all the way down to where I'm at now. It's like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
My
Like,
boy
what the
Marks.
fuck?
Yeah, see, I told you guys, Marks is like a different entity, man. He's,
That dude's a god.
I
What do
swear
you
to God,
mean?
like
He
when
is
the
so
Well,
Well,
apparently he's elusive because you cannot get that on film at all.
Nice.
I know. He's only meant to be seen by certain people, I guess.
Yeah.
But like,
you gotta
when the
know
atom
it.
bomb goes off, there's only going to be cockroaches
atom
and
bomb.
Marks. That's it.
At this point, yeah, I can fucking believe it, man. Oh my god.
Fuck, he's gonna try to smoke a cockroach.
Right? I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, real shit.
But yo, before we get off the topic of Mark, shout out to him. He just did another comedy show the other night, so he's sticking with it. And
Nice.
Oh, he's doing
hopefully-
comedy shows
Yeah,
now?
he's
Yeah.
doing comedy shows.
Good
now, man.
shit, dude.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
fucking sick.
Yeah, he's sticking with it. He's writing jokes and
Good
all this
shit.
shit.
Good for
So
you,
That's
Mark.
fucking sick.
Hopefully, soon we'll be able to get him back on the show, maybe, and
He'll be
have
the
him
next
tell some
Joey
jokes
Diaz.
this time. But yeah, the beginning of UWF, when me and Mikey first started going, like we both started going as fans. Like neither of
Yeah.
us had intentions of joining them when we first started going, because, like I said, I kind of found them on accident, and then I honestly don't even remember what you were at your first show was my first match, right?
Yeah, that was like before I think the Uncivilized
Yeah,
Cup.
that
I
was
think
before.
It was
because it was your first
you
match was
versus-
against Rio.
Yeah.
It was me versus Rio, and we did a hardcore match.
Yeah, because
Uh,
then it was the next show was
And
the
you
actual.
gave him a concussion.
yeah.
I gave him a concussion with a drum pedal,
Drum thing.
a bass drum.
Listen,
head.
I don't know how that shit works, but
A what?
Bass drum head, like
A
like
concussion with a bass
you
drum
know
head?
the metal rim around the bass drum head.
Oh, so you hit him with a rim.
Yeah, wrapped around his head.
It looks fucking brutal though. It was cool.
But either way, I wasn't like when I did that. I had no fucking idea what was the future that was gonna come out of that. And like 2 shows later, I'm in a deathmatch tournament, and then we're looking. Mike's like, all right, well, let's build this deathmatch league. Do you know anybody that wants to do this shit or that'd be interested in doing this shit? And I knew right away. I was like, yo, Mikey's the guy for the job.
Dude,
Right.
the sad part is we might have to talk to Mike because I saw on YouTube before, I couldn't find it for the life of me, the one match with you guys where
It's
you're
on-
like piercing is fucking, this sick fuck is
Yeah.
piercing this sick fuck.
Was that our first match together?
That was literally our first ever
Yeah.
match,
Yeah,
my
that was
first
our
ever
first-
match.
Yeah,
'Cause
that was his first ever death match ever.
Yeah, it was the week after I gave the original Civilized title to them. Was literally my first match against you. Like I literally just came home from fucking Buffalo. Oh, that was a fucking nightmare, but that's another story. And I literally saw the text. It was like, all right, so Mike's gonna have his first match against Max, and I was like, oh, we're fucking doing this. Like this is actually happening.
The crazy thing is, me and Mikey used to talk about like this shit long before we even knew what XBW or UWF was. Like we would play like the UWF games, the WWE games, and shit.
Soon UWF.
And,
soon.
like,
Jesus
Right.
Christ.
We would
Fucking
talk about
right.
like having different matches and if we were to ever have a match and what spots we would like to do and shit like that. And then all of a sudden it was like, holy shit, we can actually we have a fucking ring to do this in now.
Right?
So
It was
it's
like,
fucking-
granted, I had no fucking clue what the hell I was
neither
doing.
of us did, dude.
Yeah, neither of us
Absolutely
really
nobody
did.
Dude, I
Like,
can't wait for this UWF video game now. 'Cause
Oh
you know
my
what I'm going
God,
to do?
that's-
I'm
Yo,
gonna,
don't get in motherfuckers' hype.
yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
I know,
Buy
but
it,
I mean,
guys.
in the future, I can't wait for it because I know I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to play as he who cannot be named.
Who says
And
he's gonna be in the
beat
He's
video?
gonna be
everyone.
like an
Who the fuck said,
unlockable
yeah, who the fuck
character.
said he was gonna be in the game?
Dude, that would be great.
Where are your sources, motherfucker?
No, that's great. Like that's a DLC character that you have to unlock. Like if
Yeah.
you beat the game a certain amount of times or something.
You always have to have that one villain on every single
Yeah,
game.
that is true.
I guess that's fair.
You guys really should create a game, but do it like Super Nintendo style,
Oh
like
my
that
Honestly,
16-bit.
That
Fucking-
is
that
like,
would be cool as
might
shit.
potentially actually be like a thing, but it's like I'm not fucking doing that myself.
Back to Fallow, he's one of the guys that is real good at doing like the actual like creations aspect of that game, and he created the dishwasher in that game. So maybe we can get him to fucking create all
What
the
as
fucking
like
characters.
as your
as a playable character in
Yeah,
WWE.
the one dude, Kevin, down in POR, he literally has like almost all of the UWF roster.
Yeah.
I think including you. You're on his like his Fire Pro world. Like he does fucking death matches
No way.
in the game with us.
You
That's
got no
fucking
way.
crazy.
Yeah, like real shit. He sent me
gotta
a
prove
message
me
of
that.
everything. Like I got that shit, dude.
Prove it.
I
Yeah,
got you.
I have
Dude,
to
he's
see
one
this
of
now,
me.
You have to
too.
prove it right
I think
now.
he's made
after
me,
after
Mike,
the show.
following like I think everybody on the active roster, pretty much.
But yeah, definitely got to see
That's
that.
pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah, that's cool as shit. But yeah, back to the tongue piercing spot, because to this day that is one of my favorite spots that we've ever.
Dude, that was
done.
such a good fucking idea between
yeah.
the both of
I
us.
totally agree.
Because it's like
And
most people didn't know I had my tongue pierced.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Like I just had my tongue pierced not
he-
even like a couple months
nobody knew
before that.
Mikey. He was he was my friend. Like he wasn't really like introduced to the group. Like
Yeah, I didn't fucking know anybody, so I just was like in the background, like, what the fuck do I do? So I was like, all
Good
right.
idea.
It's
On
like
the spot.
yeah, I didn't
Cool.
no fucking clue what I was doing, but I knew the one thing I wanted to do was that spot.
yeah.
So like I had already had my tongue pierced because I wanted to fucking do it anyway. That was a stupid idea anyway. But so it was like I thought, well, I had this tattoo needle that wasn't going to be used. So I was like, this might look fucking visually sick.
It was.
And it was
for
like
sure.
I had to make sure I didn't show anybody I had a tongue piercing beforehand.
Yep.
So it was luckily I was like, well, nobody knew because I was sitting in the fucking background.
Yeah, it looks real, bro. That video. That,
Well,
you know,
like
looks pretty,
that's a
looks
real
cool.
tattoo needle. Like that shit
Yeah.
legit went through the tiny hole that was in my tongue. It was
Yeah.
like I was afraid this dude was actually gonna fucking shove it through like my actual tongue that wasn't pierced.
I'm a professional.
That would have sucked.
Listen, we all say we're professional, but like
You've actually
know how
taken
it
like
really is.
needles through your cheeks too.
no,
right?
not my cheeks because me and Mike when we were like looking that up, there's too many vital nerves that you can.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
there is.
So I done it through the nose. I'll do the nose any
the
fucking
nose.
day.
That's right.
Because the first one was a regular little needle, and the second one we did at the Uncivilized Cup, one of them was an actual tattoo gauge fucking needle.
Oh,
So I
man.
could have stuck a piercing through it, and I would have had a fucking nose piercing for free.
No.
I mean, there's a way to look at it.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's-
much.
Stick a tack in it real quick. Just
Yeah,
to hold the
right?
spot.
Bro, no lie. I've had to do some weird creative shit when I lose my nose piercing.
Yes, she has. She's putting like fucking what you put like
What do you
a
call
bobby pin in there.
yeah.
She's putting a lot
Like
of weird
safety
shit in.
pin
Yeah,
or,
safety
like,
pins,
fucking-
anything you can.
Yeah.
Thumbtack.
Yeah. It's been done.
Hey, you do what you got to do.
Right.
So that's one of your favorite matches. What are some other favorite matches of yours?
Shit. The fucking 2019 Uncivilized Cup round 1 against Max. That, like, still people to this day tell me it was their favorite match that they saw of the Uncivilized Cup. And it's just like, wait, what?
Yeah, I have
like-
some people say that that's the best, like, their favorite UWF match, period.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's absolutely insane.
That's insane. Like, all
It's
we
my-
did was just beat the shit out of each other.
Even though that the,
Isn't that kind of the
other
point?
video, well, yes,
But, like, we didn't actually really wrestle. All
But
we
you
did was
can
just
tell,
hit the fuck
like-
out of each other.
like we said earlier, we were just fucking around. We never, yes, we knew what we were doing, but we really didn't know what we were doing. We were brand new to it, but when we seen that crowd, like that first Uncivilized Cup crowd, and the feud that we had that year, and all the story behind the last match and the whole fucking crazy, like, we were like, it's fucking game time. Like, that was our WrestleMania. So we were gonna go out there,
Yeah.
and I think people felt that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were open and we were real and we were with the crowd, and like I said, I think they understood that. So I think that's why people love that fucking match so much. That's my most proud match by far.
Yeah. What is your Michael? I have no fucking clue. Yeah. So there's a switch on the mic.
Technical difficulties.
On the mic.
During this time, you can go down into the
Toward-
comments
up the
and
sh- up the
tell us
shaft,
your
up the
favorite
shaft.
UWF match as you like and subscribe
There's
to
a
the
switch
channel.
on the up shaft.
As
And
I'm
that
getting
would've-
cut off
I was
by a
gonna
bunch
say
of
that would have
fucking
been
people.
amazing if they
I
were
know.
talking over
You gotta flick that little
Fuck
switch
me.
up, Mikey.
One of
Shut
you
the
guys
fuck
just get
up,
up and
Carter.
show
You
him.
got it.
Listen, I'm not known for my shaft play, okay?
Oh my god.
Not
So-
getting in any record books, huh?
I was at that.
Hold on. Did you guys know this motherfucker's so dedicated? He actually has the logo tattooed on him.
Oh, yeah.
Get the fuck out of
Hold
here.
on,
dude.
we'll get
Really?
to tattoos in a minute.
Oh,
My
shit.
first ever tattoo done by the Ref of Death.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Well, it's
That's
like
cool.
I
Good
have
ol'
the
wrestling.
the Anarchy symbol, too, for my gimmick.
Yep.
So I was like, I
Fucking
was like,
A,
if
man.
I'm getting my first tattoo, it's got to be UWF and it's got to be my gimmick. So I was like, fuck it, 2 for 1.
Right?
Yeah,
Fucking
there you
A.
go, man.
All right, so what were you saying about the Uncivilized Cup?
I was there for that whole Uncivilized Cup, both the 2019 and the 2020. That was the first matches. I don't.
It wasn't the first match.
What
of the day.
exactly happened? You just beat the shit out of
What
each
do you
other.
mean? What do you mean?
Like,
What
so
exactly
we
happened?
had
I'm trying
a-
to remember the match. You guys are.
So we
saying
were
it's-
like the third match, I think, of round 1, if I remember correctly. And like we had a fans bring the weapons match.
Yep.
And it was also Max's retirement match. We
Yeah.
both had watched like a bunch of
okay,
classic
all right,
Yeah.
like
yes,
CZW era fans bring the weapons match, and we were like, all right, let's fucking do this. So it was like, and then we saw the crowd, like he said, it was like easily over 100 people, I think, in that yard, which was
Yeah.
fucking insane.
And if there wasn't, it looked like it. So
It-
in
we
our
had-
minds,
No,
there was
there's a shit ton
10,000
of people
there
out
was,
there.
it was like the fucking crowd was extending like almost 3 rows out of where our like original seating was.
It
I was
was
like,
crazy.
yo, it was like almost a fight for space during the matches.
Yeah, it was a really good crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
but
was
like-
a really good turnout.
Indeed. Shit, I'm so fucking stoned right now. I don't know. If I lose my train of thought, you're just gonna say, like I'm like, what the fuck
Dude,
just
it's
happened?
crazy because a lot of people ask me the same question, like, "What was your favorite matches?" and stuff like that. And I've had so many good matches with so many people on that roster, especially Fatality. But like, the matches me and Mikey had are some of my fucking basically all of my favorite matches because, like I said, being able to do it with not only a group of friends is cool, but with someone like you've been boys with for a minute, and you've been like is actually serious about doing that, is gonna fucking take care of you when you're in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a sense of almost like brotherhood, and you get to do it together. And it's like I said, people realize that and realize the realness to it, and I think show that in the crowd, which is
Yeah.
pretty fucking cool.
Fucking A, bro.
Yeah,
For
that
sure.
that shit was like a fucking.
Yeah.
We just didn't really like have a game plan other than let's just beat the fuck out of each other, because we also didn't know how much shit we actually were working with. We had shit like a fucking dollhouse, a fucking
Fuck dollhouse. To this
fuck
day-
that dollhouse.
To
dude.
this
Fuck
day,
that
I
shit.
don't. I still have pieces of it, by the way.
So do I. There was like a red wagon that was covered in barbed wire. A fucking like a. It was like some like the fucking music kids, like the fucking shitty piano thing was like. It's like got 5 keys, and it's like it's supposed to be kids' first piano wrapped in barbed wire. That shit fucking sucked.
Wrapped in barbed wire.
Like he just, dude, because he just grabbed it and chucked it at the
Yes,
back,
I did.
and like it was just you're getting hit with a fucking heavy ass object,
I don't
and
even
it's in
remember
barbed wire.
How many times we should have kept track of how many times we actually fucking wrestled, because I definitely didn't.
Dude, we wrestled at least fucking 8 times.
No, I think it's well over 10.
I think it's 8, like around that area.
Really?
It's not 10.
Even including the basement matches?
Well, we only had one.
Really? I thought
We
Oh, yeah,
opened
no.
up the first
Yeah,
ever
you're right.
basement show.
You're right.
Like we had the first basement death match.
I feel like we were always in the ring together, man.
Yeah, pretty much we were. Like it was either me or you and Mike, or Mike
You
and me.
Mike. Yeah, exactly.
And it was like the first 2 seasons, we're just getting beat the fuck up. Like,
Yep.
like the first season, I had the fucking barbecue death match with Mike.
Oh, my god.
God.
That's another banger of a fucking match, dude.
A banger of a match. All it was, he just brutally beat
Exactly.
the fuck out of me.
Dude, the amount of blood that was coming out of his face at the end of that match, it was like congealed on the fucking tip of his face. It was so
yeah,
crazy.
dude, that was a rude fucking awakening for me. Like that was the
That's
fucking
your first taste of gusset plates too, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I was scared shitless when the first one went in. It was like I was legit like, no, don't fucking do this anymore. But it was like, fuck, I already committed to this, and Mike's gonna do it anyway. So fuck it, just do it, take it.
Yeah.
And then when he headbutted me in my head,
Oh my god, the fucking headbutts.
dude,
Oh.
like it stuck, and I was trying to feel for it, like where is it at? And he kicked me, and it just ripped out of my fucking skull, and I'm just squirting. It's boring.
Fuck,
Like I
bro.
basically looked like I had fucking jelly all over my face, dude.
Yeah,
like
he
it was
really did.
fucking insane.
Yeah, you guys got fucking bloody, that's for sure. I've a couple good pictures, all you guys, like, covered in fucking
man,
blood.
dude, I'm
man.
fucking. Just
I almost bled
livid.
out in the ring with him.
Oh yeah, that was a big
another
accident.
fucking crazy.
Dude, I
ass match,
finally
dude.
watched that match back,
still
and I
haven't
found the
fucking
exact
seen it.
moment.
I
You
know
haven't
th-
seen it,
The
really?
not all the way through. Not all the way through. It's on our Patreon. It's not.
Yeah,
on
I have like
YouTube.
all that fucking footage on
Send
my
me that match,
laptop.
bro.
I got you, definitely. Yeah, dude, like, we had fucking 3 real big banger bloody death matches.
Yeah, we really did.
I was like, we did some shit that I was like, what the fuck? Like, we're really getting to do this. Like, it
Yeah.
was all surreal to me up until like last year. It was like,
Yeah.
all right, like I'm actually doing this. Like, what the fuck? It's like my parents fucking hated this shit. They hated the fact that I was doing it. Especially my mom, dude. She fucking hates anything that hurts her kids. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, he's willingly hurting himself. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him? And I was like, Mom, at least know this. I'm not the biggest disappointment in the family.
Yeah, there you go. That's always
Like,
something.
I
good
love my
about it.
brother, but it was just like,
it's always great to fall back on.
it's like she's like, well, technically I didn't care. It's like, what do you mean? She's like, well, you're not doing heroin, so it's like, I guess that's
Yeah,
fair.
exactly.
Not the same type of needle.
At this point, it's Philly. You never know.
Yeah, right.
No, I would hope not, though. But like, fuck.
Well,
So-
there you go. There's a good segue. Speaking of needles, now we can start talking about tattoos.
Well, I already talked. Well, how else do you want me to fucking start the segue? Because I already said it.
So,
Yeah, that was a bad segue into,
Yeah.
into a segue.
I tried. I'm not. You can't fucking. You
Well,
can't catch them all.
You know, the tattoo. Well, he already, you said you had those tattoos, which is cool as shit for your first tattoos. You know?
Yeah, and then I got my brother has a Jack Daniels logo on the back of his knee, or not his knee, his fucking thigh.
Okay.
And like, so I got that for my brother, but it was also the first ever drink I had when I was 11. Like my brother gave it to me, so I was
Yeah.
like, it's got like actual meaningful symbolism behind it. It's like
Yeah,
I got a
of
bunch
course.
of shit I want to get tattooed for like my mom, my dad, and all that good shit. But then I want to do some deathmatch specific shit, like light tubes, some barbed wire, maybe. Like it's I don't.
So you plan on getting tatted the
Max
fuck up?
Adams
You want to
logo.
get?
Well, I mean, your tattoos are like more personalized to you. I'd have more like.
No, I'm saying you should get. You said you were saying you want to get light tubes. I was like, you should get a Max Adams logo.
The logo
Yeah,
behind
I'll-
your head.
yeah, while
I'll,
you're
no,
getting
I'll get that
logos
right
done.
on my left
Fuck
ass
that.
cheek just for
That's
you.
perfect, bro. I was gonna get like a Brody style picture of me on your ass cheek.
Listen, you pay for it, I'll fucking do it.
Bet.
While you're getting logos
You should
tattooed, yeah.
tattoo.
We'll have Rich do it.
You should tattoo the Max Adams signature right on your forehead.
There you go.
Why my forehead?
And the
not?
seriously unimportant symbol on your cheek.
Yeah.
No, I'll get that right on my neck. Just for you, I'll get it right on the neck.
Oh shit. Yeah,
Dude.
I
It was funny when I first met Mikey. One of the first things I remember him telling me was he's like, and this is back when he was like a younger kid, and he was like, My first tattoo, I'm gonna get the Bad Luck 13 logo right on my fist, and I'm like,
Still haven't
dude,
done that to this day
you
yet.
can't do that for your first tattoo, man. You gotta earn a fist tattoo.
Well,
You
listen,
can't
I
just fucking
still
run
won't do it.
into
I'm like, now that I've looked and actually felt what a tattoo is like, I don't want that on my fucking hands now. Like, I'm a bitch, man.
I'm a bitch, says the guy that goes through
Like,
all these-
I'll go through fucking gusset plates,
Yeah,
barbed
it's
wire
totally
glass.
different.
But if you tell me a certain thing and I tell you it's like I'm a pussy, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
No,
like,
I
I would
agree
think
with
you'd
that.
be able to handle it. No, I'm a fucking pussy when it comes to pain.
People
He'll
don't
get hit in the
understand.
face with a
Different
barbed
types of
wired bat.
pain.
But once you hear about the dentist,
Well, that's
Once
no
you have
fuck.
to go to the
Yeah,
dentist.
fuck that shit, dude. Well, like, going through a death match is different than it's like you like. All right, I know I'm gonna go through this much pain, or it's gonna be worse. So it's like, it's a
Yeah.
fun game.
It's a different mindset, and people really don't realize how fucking powerful adrenaline is.
yeah, and you
Oh,
said that earlier.
you
All that
tell me.
adrenaline's involved. You know,
Yeah.
like it's way different than going to the dentist and getting a tooth ripped out. I assume.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
never, I never
1,000%
did any of this.
different.
If
Well,
I
I
went to
mean-
the dentist and he was like, "Here's some adrenaline," and he shot me in the heart, it might be a different experience.
So
But
what
if
if-
I'm told
Probably.
that happens?
What if your dentist turned it into like a WWE like ECW style backstage thing where he's
If he's
fucking
coming
you
at me with that fucking scraper, I'm gonna fucking drop kick him.
you go in, there's like a
Fucking
turnbuckle in every corner.
That,
and
then
all
I would
kinds of-
actually go to the dentist because dentist.
Will you finally go on the top rope then, dude?
Not maybe
No.
not. Maybe not. Heights are scary, even though I'm fucking doing roofs now.
Wait, you're working on roofs now, and
Yes,
you're still
sir.
scared of heights?
Yeah.
Yes,
What
sir.
the fuck is wrong with
It's
you?
a good way to get over your fear, I guess.
So how is it when you're getting back down the ladder?
That's the worst part.
Yeah. That's the
See,
worst
getting
part
up
for
is
everybody.
fun. Well,
Yeah, but
no.
you're more
Getting
of
up
a
is
learn the
not-
hard way kind of guy. So after you fall off a roof a couple times, maybe
Yeah.
you'll realize, heights aren't so bad.
Yeah,
or,
no.
or you'll just die. You don't have
Right.
to worry about it anymore.
Right?
Yeah, I mean that's the goal.
Fall off a roof?
Not having to worry about it anymore.
Oh.
Oh shit. So Mikey, what about embarrassing shit like fuck ups? You have
Have
any
you-
of those?
Oh, man.
we all do.
Well,
Dude,
Everybody
there's-
does.
there's
yeah. I
several-
mean, in the
there's-
ring.
You're not a
there's
human being if you
several
don't.
fucking mishaps I've done. Like, looking back, like, it's like if I've seen footage of it and I know where I fucked up, I'm like, oh, it fucking cringes me to this day.
How many people have you sent to the hospital?
Besides, just
Slow blow.
watch it first. And we're back.
Yeah. Yeah, finally, that's a better one. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
that
Wait,
mailbox shot.
Oh
It's
shit!
fucking
Okay.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All
I heard.
three people, all three matches they went to the hospital. Right?
All three
Yeah.
matches,
No,
there was
I did
basically
not.
attempted murder.
I did not go to the hospital. I refused to go.
You should have.
I was almost forced to. By
Oh,
Donna.
wait,
Donna
that's when
almost forced
he
me.
who shall not be named headbutted
Almost-
you until he
almost murdered
Oh,
you
he
know.
did more than that, dude. Did you ever see that shit?
I was there.
That was basically attempted murder, dude.
Harley's getting mad just talking about.
Oh,
it.
I know. Fuck that. I
still
still
does.
hate him to this day. Fuck him.
You
for
didn't
that.
go to the hospital? I
Yeah.
could have sworn.
No,
I
he
did
did
not.
not.
Did you just go? Did you hang? Or?
Yeah, I stayed, smoked a
Oh,
bunch of weed,
shit.
and then went home and went to bed.
And Charlie the Scotsman, he didn't go to the hospital either, right?
Oh, the Langlet incident.
He
Right.
did the next.
He did
He did the next day. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
He did not handle that
I
well.
remember there was somebody I was talking to Mike Devine about that when he was on the show. I was like, there was somebody I was out in the backyard like smoking after it all happened, and there was this guy was like, yeah, like I'm not a nurse, but I practically am, or something. And he was like, I have like a kit in my car. Everybody's like, yeah, go get it.
Yeah, right. Like he literally basically saved that dude's life.
Yeah.
It was like that fucking that night.
I
That
was there
that
for that.
particular moment
Yeah.
was like, what the fuck are we just walking
Yeah.
ourselves into? Like,
Yeah.
Well, he's
Follow-
just like, hit me,
like
hit me.
No, dude. So it was like Follow had the pizza cutter wrapped in steel wool. So the first indent he makes, he's scraping that shit across and made a nice
No.
fucking V across this dude's face. The amount of blood that's just pooled on that fucking mat before the match is actually officially called off. It was like my
Dude.
match right afterwards. I'm like, holy shit, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like if you crawled on it, you were getting fucking his blood coming out of the fucking mat, going right onto your knee. Like there was
Yeah,
that
dude,
much.
There,
just
there was a
pooled.
lot of blood, bro.
That night was,
that was
a
fucking crazy. And I guess Mikey was like, damn, I guess I actually have to send somebody.
He's got a one up.
See, now this is my favorite part is I've never actually got a chance to tell this kind of story on a platform like this.
Perfect.
Like,
Take it away.
Most people just know like from other people's point of view. Like when Mike got interviewed on a couple different podcasts about it, I never got to talk about this. So it was literally the day after my fucking high school graduation. I'm fresh out of fucking high school.
Oh shit.
So it's like you can imagine 18-year-old me not knowing what the fuck I'm walking myself into because I'm like, oh, I talked over with Browns. We're like, so we were gonna do this, this, and this. The day of the show, like not even maybe an hour before the fucking show, he's like, "Come with me, kid." And I'm like, all right. First things first, I'm fucking scared already as it is. Because whenever Brown says, "Come here," you know he's either A, gonna hit you with something, B, give you a fucking beer, or hit you with that said beer. So he takes me to his car. He opens the trunk, and he's like, "There's Thor's hammer." And it's the fucking mailbox.
So, you know, Mikey, real quick, you don't know this, but I was actually parking up right as you guys were at that car.
Uh-huh.
So I got out of the car, and I was walking over towards the house when I seen you guys over there pulling that fucking mailbox, that looking thing, out of the trunk. And I just looked at it. I'm like, oh, fuck. Somebody's going to die.
But it was like, so originally when him and I talked it over, I was like, dude, I'm not getting hit in the head with this thing.
Did he pluck that out of someone's yard?
He plucked it out of his girlfriend's yard. It was literally his girlfriend's old mailbox.
Oh my god.
That's why it's even more funny. Like, they have it in their house now. So
They should put it back up.
right? But so we get to the match, and like the way we talked about it, he was gonna Thor hammer overhead it onto my stomach. First mistake was trusting Browns with that kind of idea. It's Browns.
Yep.
He's gonna fuck you up regardless. If he's
Yep.
not hitting you in the nuts, he's hitting you in the fucking head.
Yep.
So we get to the moment, and I'm laying on the ground, and I'm looking up like at the ceiling. So I'm like, all right, what the fuck's happening next? I blink, and Browns is right over my head with the fucking mailbox coming down.
Fuck.
I don't remember anything that happened afterwards for about like 10 minutes. Like, that's lost time to me.
Yeah.
But he squashed me in the fucking skull. And I have like, nobody's really seen that video. It hasn't
like-
gone as viral as the first one.
Dude, it's like the guy with the fucking watermelons. Who was that? Gallagher or whatever his name is, that would squash the watermelons
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking. That's basically what he did. Like,
Yeah,
fucking
he
to his
fucking,
head.
Like, literally the entire left side of my face was bruised the next day for about a week.
Dude,
was in
I
that
thought,
moment.
And like, I got away lucky
Exactly.
with that. Because I legit thought my fucking nose was broken. I thought like my fucking orbital socket was all fucked up. Like, I thought I was done for.
Right.
So I'm telling the ref, I'm like, Rich, like, he's the only one I trust with my fucking life in a match now.
Yep.
I'm telling him, like, dude, I can't fucking go. Like, we were ready to call it. And he's like, dude, you're fine. Like, nothing's broken. So if he says you're good, I'm trusting his word. So we keep going. And Brown says, real quietly, you got to hit me with the mailbox. Okay.
Payback, bitch. Receipt time.
It's receipt time.
you don't gotta tell me twice.
And literally, if you've ever seen the footage leading up to before I hit him, you can see the look in my eyes. I'm going to fucking hurt you. And anybody who knows me, I'm not generally like that. I'm very, like, try to be kind and, you know.
Yeah, but he
try
just
to,
fucked you up, though.
But, like, I've never had that kind of, like, moment
Yeah.
that I've had
Dude,
to, like, oh, I'm going to actually
have
have
a
to hurt
CVS
him.
size receipt coming to him.
Yeah.
So, like, as I'm about to fucking swing it back, I'm like, I'm putting all my force into this. All fucking, like, 260 pounds of me. I wish I was probably that light, but I'm like 300 now. So I blacked out. I blacked out at this moment. And fucking swing.
Woo.
And
How
because
many
you're in a...
stitches?
now, when
He had-
So,
now hold on.
Before we get to that...
Before you move on, I was in that crowd, and Jimmy, you were there too,
Yeah,
weren't you?
yeah.
Like when that fucking thing connected to his head, I felt it in my gut, like the whole room, like you felt the bass. It was like, poof.
Like, that was legit.
Everybody gets quiet.
Yeah, I
We
remember.
all looked like
Because everyone was
"Oh,
like,
fuck."
what the fuck?
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
thinking like, yeah, that didn't.
That's how you know.
Like, the literal only footage I've ever seen was Jimmy's angle, which was on top of the steps, and then the most infamous one that was by Riggers sitting on the dish, or the fucking dishwasher, Jesus Christ.
Dryer,
Sitting on
washer.
the washing machine.
Dishwasher.
There's no actual, like, footage from anyone else except for like the unreleased footage that is on my computer now.
Yeah.
And it's just like you literally hear and feel the bass even through the video. It's that fucking like loud. It's a boom.
Yeah.
That's how you know that you fucking someone just got fucked up when the crowd doesn't react and then go like,
yeah, and then the
like
fucked
when
up
you
part
hear that,
too is, dude, is like,
fuck.
as soon he literally lifted off his feet, like he was out, and then he wound up hitting his head on the back of shall we not name his knee, because his knee just happened to be in the right place. Hits the back of his head on his fucking knee, and he's out cold.
Oh,
like,
man.
like legit. And fucking Browns is insane. He was like ready to kick out, and I said, "Stay down, stay down. You're done. You're done, dude."
Yeah, dude, it was a pretty good couple
then-
seconds of silence.
It was the most awkward silence that I think I've ever experienced.
Except for
in my life.
Chas's drunk ass. That you hear Chas's drunk ass after everybody's quiet. You hear her go, "Oh shit!"
That's fucking awesome.
But yeah,
But
dude.
it was like, dude, as soon as he got up and I seen the amount of blood that was just leaking out of the fucking pussy that's on his head was fucking insane. And he still did the segment afterwards where he got DDT'd by Just Saying. It was like a good 10 minutes after the match, like he's still fucking pouring blood.
Yeah, that's fucking.
That
he's
dude's a
fucking
different
nuts,
breed.
man.
And Brown, like literally, that he's also God. Like him and Marks are like entities to fucking me. Real shit.
Definitely different types of gods.
Yeah,
'cause
different type of entity,
Marx
but like
is,
they're just both
more
entities.
of a Buddha, not a god.
Yeah, I can believe it.
You rub his tummy and you get some good vibes.
But like my favorite part of that whole night afterwards is we were upstairs cleaning, so it was Browns and his girl, and then me and my boyfriend. Because who doesn't know, I'm fucking gay, by the way. So fuck you. It's fine, motherfuckers.
That's why you keep hitting that switch on the shaft there, buddy.
Right? But so like we're all getting cleaned up, and you just hear Chelsea go, "Honey, I don't want to scare you, but you have a giant fucking pussy on your head in the bathroom." And we finally see how wide that thing. That was like 2 to 3 inches
Wait, it
fucking
took him
wide.
that long to go to the hospital?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Well, dude, he
when
didn't go
you
to
were
hospital
cleaning
for
up
like
and
an
shit?
hour, like almost an hour
Wow,
afterwards.
man.
I was gonna say he was still there when we finally got there.
Yeah, like he was still covered like in the original blood. Like he didn't really
Yeah.
get cleaned off yet at that point. So they finally went to the hospital. He was in the hospital for like 26 hours. Like, holy shit. Like I felt like a fucking
Crazy.
asshole the next day. He had like, I don't remember if it was like stitches or staples, but it was in like the double digits. It was like,
Staples.
was it staples?
Yeah, it was
like
staples.
12 or 13 staples. I don't
Yeah.
remember exactly what it was. And I felt so fucking bad. And like I'm messaging him like throughout the night, like I'm fucking so sorry, like because I didn't want to actually hurt this dude. And he's like, "Man, fuck that shit. That shit was awesome." Like as he's getting stapled in the hospital, it's like, "Are you sure, dude?"
Yeah, he was just like, shit happens.
Yeah, he's like, "Shit happens." I was like, "You are a fucking like, can nothing kill you?" Nope. Like. He had vertigo for a month, and then he's back wrestling like under like
Crazy.
almost a month and a half later.
That dude's the man.
It was like, what is wrong with you, man?
Everything
Yeah,
in the
fuck.
right way.
Like, I'm pretty sure that man's the only person completely fucking immune to coronavirus. Like, he's basically
might
immune
be.
to every goddamn thing.
He is the vaccine.
Is that where they got it from? Browns'
Might
blood?
have been.
Is that where they found the vaccine?
Yeah, right? Fucking A.
Is that why it's FDA approved or whatever? Yeah, but Mikey, I did want to ask you, like, I wanted to ask you this a couple different times. Do you ever get pissed? Like, I know, the crowd, some of the crowd says some brutal shit to you sometimes. Like, do you ever get pissed off about
I
it? Or?
legit do not hear the crowd. When I'm wrestling, I'm so zoned in on what I'm doing and who I'm like in the ring with. I don't hear the crowd until it's like I'm either hurt and I have a minute and I have to take a minute, or it's like deadly silent.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like I either hear specific people or it's deadly silent the entire time to me, like every match.
yeah.
So it was like the one particular time, I think we were doing like a stupid house show, and somebody had called me a faggot. And I just looked over
It's
at
probably
them.
me, bro.
It probably was. And I remember looked over and I was just like, "Oh, yeah?" And they looked at me like, "Oh, shit." And I was just like, "Dude, I'm fucking with you. Like, I don't give a shit. You can call me a faggot all you want. Like, I don't give. That's what I am. I don't care."
I remember, though, with actually he who should not be named. I was like, dude, because everybody was kind of being quiet, and he kept on going with that cheeseburger eating walrus.
Fat cheeseburger eating walrus.
Dude.
Randy Leahy.
Randy
saying
Leahy.
it every 2 seconds. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, now
this
I look
kid
like
is
a-
going to jump out of the ring and actually
Dude,
beat
would
the
you
fuck
believe it or
out
not?
of
Like,
this
no,
dude.
because like he should now not be named was like basically I thought he was like the higher up in the company. So I was like he worked with Mike, so I was always afraid if I pissed him off,
Yeah.
then I'd lose my spot. Lo and behold, like everyone fucking hated him. So I was like, oh well, that's not a surprise, now is it?
Shit. Here, I'm letting this smoke. Like I'm not even here.
But yeah, but that's something you have to go along with when, especially you were the bad guy for a long time there too. You know what I
Well,
mean?
okay, so like I wasn't even a bad guy. I was just more like I was just a cocky asshole.
Yeah,
It's like I was-
sometimes you don't get to choose if you're a good guy or the bad guy. The crowd,
crowd
chooses
choo-
for
yeah.
you.
Yeah, it was
I
like
felt like well with you guys like the deathmatch shit. Like yous are all kind of crazy, but I always felt like for a while there, like that one season, like Mike was kind of like, what do you call that? The good guys and bad guys. What do you call
Faces
it?
and
faces
heels.
and heels.
Faces and heels. I kind of felt like
I knew that.
Good.
I
I'm
kind
very
of felt
proud of
like
you.
Mike was like the and
Was the
and
what? The bad guy or the
the good guy.
Yeah.
And then Mikey, you were kind of
yeah.
like
So
the
that
bad
was
guy.
season 2. I know exactly what you're talking about because like I don't remember who like you guys were coming with for the show. It was like somebody had a little child. And this is always one of
Oh,
my favorite
my
fucking
number one
stories.
fan,
Your
dude.
number one fan, and
Shout
I
out to
made
Kimmy.
Oh, Kimmy.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Okay.
My favorite is like I forget what match it was we had. But like you came up after me and you're like, you just made a little girl cry because you beat me. Oh, it was when I first won the Uncivilized title.
Yeah.
She legit started crying
Oh,
because
she
I
was
won
upset,
because
yeah.
I pinned Max, and I was like,
Dude.
holy shit, this is fucking sick.
She would legitimately fuck someone up. Like
Yeah.
if they were, if they were, she would
Yeah.
tell people that she didn't like them, and she only liked Max Adams.
I know,
She'd
she was
fucking-
brutal.
We gotta get her on the show. I wanna interview her.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I actually scared this little kid. I was like, I feel so sorry for them.
She said it right in front of me, I think, the one time. She came up to Mike Divine and was like, and I was talking to him. Me and Mike were talking when she came up, and she was like, where's Max? He was like, oh, I don't think he's gonna be wrestling today. And then like she turned to me and she was like, yeah, I want to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I love hearing that.
That's Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
That's amazing.
But yeah, Kimmy, she was a brutal
I
fan.
miss Lily.
Yo,
That's
there was
for
a lot
sure.
of real fucking people. Like, if Chrissy hates you, she fucking hates you. She will let you know
Oh,
that she
Chrissy
hates
Cat,
you.
jeez,
One
yeah,
of
she
the
is
best things
something
about
else.
UWF is the characters in the crowd.
Dude, it's Philly. Everyone's a fucking character. Like,
Yeah,
if
yo,
you're not a
true that.
character, you're the weird one.
we just had one of my favorite characters from the crowd on the fucking podcast. We just had Vic on here, and he told
Oh,
some fucking
that's
awesome
my fucking-
stories.
Vic's
I
cool,
love Vic.
man.
Dude, he's at every single UWF show. Doesn't even matter if it's a small one or like our biggest one. He'll be there at every single
Yeah.
one.
He is
Like-
the definition of a dedicated fan.
Dude, he
Mike, you've seen that episode, right?
yeah, of course.
Right.
You watched our show, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Carter's at the point where he's harassing our guests that are
Yeah.
literally recording the show.
Funny
asking
part
them
is
if
It's
I've
they
like,
been
what do
watch
you
the
mean
show.
you didn't fucking know that?
Yeah, well, I've been subscribed since day one, motherfucker. So fuck you.
All right, I'll
Yeah,
take
there
it.
you go.
I
That's
support
fun.
people
Take
who
it.
support me. I like to help.
And
back.
you better, when this episode comes out, you better share this shit because Jimmy will come after you. He's
Yeah,
already
I'm a
named and
stalker.
called out a couple of people who've
I'm a
been
stalker.
on and
And
haven't.
I do kind of stalk you a little bit. When
And you don't
about
live far.
sharing shit.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
You'll see it
I
every
know
single
his
day,
address.
Jay.
Jimmy is a clout
Red,
stealer.
red lasers
Yeah.
coming through your windows.
When he gets mad at 3 a.m. and he's drunk, he's gonna come knock on your door.
I do get mad. I'm like, it'll be 3 a.m. and I'll be like, I'll text Diesel. What the fuck? You know, where is, can you share this link? And he's like, yeah, dog, for sure. And I guess he forgets about it.
That's because your dumbass texts a stoner at 3 a.m. when we're stoned out of our minds about to go to bed and not going to remember the next morning.
But then the funny
Yeah,
part
true.
is, I'm doing like a little thing, a project with guests that have been on the show. I'll talk to you about it after. Okay. But that shit, I was asking people to send me videos for something, and it's like boom, 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 boom. Like, you motherfuckers, we can't share the link to the episode you were on.
It's because it's for me, technically, in a way.
Yeah, people do love Harley.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That is true.
If I ask, I get it.
I love Harley too. The only thing I don't like about Harley is she's the same character on Mario Party, and for that to be the only reason I don't like someone, it's saying something, you know.
Cry about it, Jimmy.
She's
does
smiling.
every
She's
night.
smiling at you, Jimmy, but those eyes say I'm gonna stab you.
Well, all right.
I told
Harley,
you my tattoo idea. It's gonna happen.
guys, you have to go on our YouTube and like and subscribe. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, or Harley might slit my throat.
Right.
So if you know, well, most people probably want to see that happen.
Yeah.
So maybe we should say subscribe and it might happen instead of the other way around.
As soon as we get to 1,000 subscribers,
Right.
I don't think YouTube
Did we pass
allows
for?
that, but
We passed 400
We
already.
did.
Yeah.
I think we're stuck at like 401.
Dude, we're gonna do. I'm gonna let me think on it, but I'm gonna do some sort of giveaway when we get to 420. Whoever's the 420th subscriber, if you
Well,
send
you better,
me,
you better.
How are we gonna
do
know that?
fast.
if when you hit subscribe and hit refresh, if you take a screenshot, first one to send me 420, he's gonna get something. I don't know yet. I'll announce it on Facebook.
I
or
mean,
something.
you can also look up who's your 420th subscriber.
Can you?
No,
Yeah.
not if
No.
they're not don't have a Google account or something.
That's fucking stupid.
No. If you have a Google account but you didn't create a channel, then you
What?
can't
That's
see.
fucking
If you just
stupid.
have a Google account and never created a channel on
Do you
YouTube.
mean YouTube account?
Yeah, no, like a YouTube account, but then you have the option to make a YouTube channel
Oh right.
on
right,
top
right.
of that.
Yeah.
You have to have an actual, like most people do, but a lot of people, like
So
a
what
lot
do we
of people
have?
don't.
We have
We have a YouTube channel.
so
you
we
can
can't
have a
look at
YouTube
anything.
account and not post videos.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. If you are just on YouTube to watch videos and you don't post anything, we won't be able to see if you subscribe.
Yeah, if you didn't make a
Oh.
channel.
Yeah.
So
We'll
like,
only be
okay.
able to see if you subscribed if you're a channel.
But it is getting
I got you.
it is getting late in the
We'll
show,
figure
and
it
I
out.
did want to talk to you about this, all your graphic design and shit. That shit is interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, how long have you been doing that for?
For the last like 3 years now. Like
Cool,
I started
man.
doing it because of UWF. Like so, it was one of my good buddies over in the UK, Danny Douglas. He does that shit for like professional
Fucking hell yeah.
companies.
Yeah,
I love
he's a
that
good
dude.
dude,
So
man.
originally I was using Paint.net for all of season 2, and it's a free program. It was like, but I don't know fucking jack nor shit. He finally sent me Photoshop, and ever since then I've been using that. It's like shit just is so much easier to work with on Photoshop. There's so much more shit you can do. So it's like if you've seen the flyers over the last like
Yeah,
3 fucking years, it's night and day. It's like first it looks
Yeah,
like
it
an
really
old
is.
school carny shit. Now it looks more like professional. Like it looks better than most professional
Yeah,
independent
they're
wrestling
really cool.
companies. And it's like
way better.
and it's like I'm doing this just for the fucking fun of it.
Yeah.
And it's like because of that too. It's like then I started doing like the graphic design work for people's logos. So it's like I think almost all of Mike Fatality's logos, except for the one that Chrissy did, was all me. It was like his original one, and then his like more brand newer ones were more Chrissy.
Yep.
But then it was like Rich did his own. I did the some for Follow. I did all of mine. I did originally I had one for Max. And like I just did it for everyone for fun. It was like some people got stickers out of it, buttons, hats. Some got put on T-shirts, and it was like that shit's like
And
what?
he
Wait,
also,
what the
like,
fuck?
Before most of us had logos, if you pay attention, like on some of our like older school posters, like our first UWF shows, like where our names were, we would have some sort of picture behind it. His was the Anarchy logo, mine
Mhm.
was like the little Viking thing, and like Fatalities was his logo behind him and everything.
Yeah.
Like so, before we even had logos, he was fucking created
Yeah,
our
dude.
logos for us. It was
and
fucking
the cool part about the flyers too, and I have noticed they have gotten better and better, and I didn't know you were actually the one that's been doing them the whole time.
Yeah,
That's really
like-
cool. So you can see the progression.
Yeah, like
in
I
your
literally,
work.
I
too.
offered it to Mike like the beginning of season 2. I was like, it's like I started bullshitting. I was like, yo, like I want to try something. Like it was completely experimental. I wasn't originally trying
Yeah.
to do it every show. And when I did the first one, it's like, well, do you want to do another one? I was like, yeah, sure. And then it was like I was doing one for every show every week.
Yeah.
And then like ever since then, it was like I will do it on like a Tuesday night after I'm like fucking done work at 7 o'clock, and it's like, all right, I'll drink a fucking Monster, bang it out in about 2 hours, send it over to Mike. He fixes all my stupid spelling mistakes because I can't spell to save my life.
Yeah.
And it's usually
You don't really have to be able to spell anymore with all the technology.
well, I do when I fucking have to work on Photoshop and I don't know how to spell the word what, and I'll put whack. Or it's like I'll try to spell Max Adams and I put Max Adams. It was like, are you fucking stupid? Like, do you not see this?
That's funny.
So it was like between me and Mike, he would give me the card, I'd do it, and I'd send it out. And it's like, then it was like, well, some of these people were coming to me for like actually paying me, just like a couple bucks here and there, and they were like, yo, can you do this for me? And then it was like kind of snowballing. And then some people started getting shirts of all the shit I was doing. Like Mike, the original Satan's Finest one was me. And he started getting that on shirts. And I was like, holy shit, like people are actually like putting my shit out there.
Did you do a
that sounds
DVD
cool,
cover?
man.
I did the 2019 Uncivilized Cup and then
Yeah,
the
see?
2020 Kings of the Underground. Those
So-
were both me.
That's even
Nice,
cooler,
man.
dude. To
Yeah.
see your own artwork.
And then it
on,
was like,
DVDs
then
that
that's
people
getting-
have bought
yeah.
worldwide.
And it's like, holy shit, I can say I did that. And then the
Yep.
most recent thing, we got a brand new Underground Championship, which hasn't come out yet. That was me. I made the artwork for it. So it was like DVDs, hats, hoodies, like title belts, fucking like I've done
Crazy,
it all just
Yeah,
for
definitely.
just for fun. It was like, holy shit, I can.
Coming soon, Mikey Anarchy billboards.
And I do. I always like on the flyers too. I see my those. Remember those blurred background pictures I took of everybody that one day?
Yes.
I use a lot of those.
Well,
too.
because yours were the best ones that
They
like
were
were a
good-ass
solid
pictures.
picture of us that I could like crop out and actually
Yeah.
like show our faces.
I think I took one of every one of you
Every
guys.
Yeah,
I
it
think I
was,
took one of every fan that was there.
Yeah,
too.
you literally spent an entire show taking pictures of everyone,
Yep.
and it was like, hold up, I got to take this one, this one, this one, this one. I was like, thanks, Jimmy. I'll thank you later when
It
I
was
see
when
you
it was
again.
when I first got the new iPhone and
Yup.
yeah, that blurred background thing, the portrait mode or whatever. I was having so much
you
fun with
you
that.
saved me hours of fucking wanting to rip my hair out. So
I was like, damn, this is new. Let me just take a picture of every single person that's here. I got before and after bloody ones of you
Very good
and of
ones.
Yep.
Bammer, whatever.
wow.
You've been
We
doing
did.
so good, Jim.
you
mentioned-
you had to just mention the litter box user.
That scared the shit out of me.
You
bro.
motherfucker.
We've mentioned the guy who should not be named so many times this episode.
It's like I'm fucking stupid over here, and I'm stumbling over my words, and I'm still not saying
Yeah.
his name.
Drunk ass Mike did it.
I'm not. What?
Mike Devine, he said it, and then a couple minutes later, he was like, "Yeah, he who should not be," and we were like, you said his name 5 minutes ago. But the
That's
graphic
fucking awesome.
design and the coding and all this cool stuff that you're doing, is this something you would want to do professionally? Really? Someday,
Honestly,
you know,
I've
like-
had no fucking like aspirations to really do anything at all. I just go with the flow. So it's like if I can do it, I'll do it, and if I can't do it, oh well, I can say I either tried or I just like, fuck it, I don't care.
Fucking
It's like
right.
I spent literally my entire senior year just doing coding with this one teacher. I was like, literally, I made sure I had all electives in my second half of my senior year. I got done all my fucking classes literally by March. So by April, May, I was doing whatever the fuck I wanted my entire like
Wow.
last run of my high school career. So it was like, I did stupid shit like, oh, we would code like shit on like a fucking website, and it was like, then we would code shit for like videos, and then it came to the point where like we basically took, I don't know if anybody's heard of like an emulation station. We put on a RetroPie, which is like literally lets you play almost every single retro fucking
Dude.
system you want.
I was just gonna bring
Fuck.
that up in a second. Like was one time he brought it to fucking UWF or whatever, and he's sitting there playing like fucking like video games on this
Yeah.
little screen, and I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
It's
And
pretty
he's like, I built
badass.
it.
Like I literally,
Wow.
I built it in my school, like with my
That's
teacher. Like he
badass,
literally was like,
bro.
dude, if you pay for this shit, I will help you build it. We build it, and I was like, I was literally bullshitting almost every single day, just playing like fucking Crash Bandicoot from the PS1, like a couple PS2 games, fucking like
Dude,
Nintendo
he even
DS.
had the
you
old
asked me.
wrestling
Wow,
games.
man.
and
Yeah,
shit
I
on
literally
there.
was like, I want to play WCW, NWO Revenge, and fucking WWF No Mercy on the N64 portably. And I was like, holy shit, I can do it this way. I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll take every other
That
game
is
I can
fucking
get.
crazy.
I literally
You
did it
started
because I was
playing in
bored.
the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Wow,
I
man.
would take it everywhere, like on the bus, train, everything, because it's like I could operate it on a fucking battery pack.
The Nintendo Switch before the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
That is fucking badass. that
Yeah,
you
I don't
built something
I don't
like
have it
that.
anymore because I gave it to my buddy because I was like, I don't fucking need this thing anymore.
Could you build another one?
Oh yeah, anybody could do it.
I can't
dude.
believe you gave that shit away. That's crazy.
Well, dude, my buddy wanted it, and I was like, oh, fuck
Yeah.
it, I'll give it to you. I don't care.
I hear
And
you,
it was
man.
sitting on my shelf. It's like if it's sitting there, I'm gonna fucking either give it away or I'm gonna throw it out. So
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's like
I wish I
use
thought like
recycle.
that. I'm a hoarder.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a hoarder
nah,
too.
I'm-
So it's like, oh, I need space for my new
You
shit.
whore.
To sit
Yeah,
there.
true. I mean,
Well, it's like I still have like all my old fucking game systems. Like I still have an NES, SNES, a fucking Wii that has my GameCube shit with it, PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, and now the PS5
Yeah,
and a fucking PSP. So
we
it's
were
like, I
talking
can get all
about.
that shit.
Yo, you have the PS5. I'm gonna get one
Yeah.
so bad.
I take it you're a PlayStation guy.
I like everything. There's
Yeah?
no console. It's just fucking play what you want.
Yeah.
It's like if you gotta make a
Exactly.
war over Xbox is better or
Exactly.
PlayStation's better, you literally have a fucking vagina.
The thing is
Right.
with Xbox and PlayStation these
Vaginas
days,
are
there's
pretty
no,
cool,
I was
bro.
just gonna
there's no
say,
difference.
vaginas
I don't
are
listen.
awesome.
I don't know shit about a vagina. I'm gay. Okay.
Yeah, that
I
So
mean,
it's like
true.
Nor do you
exactly.
care, right?
exactly.
But Mikey, there's no difference with PlayStation or Xbox like anymore.
well,
Really,
You
I don't
say
think.
that there's still differences. Like some have better games than others. Some
Well,
have.
yeah, not. But there's no. I actually thought for a little bit there, Xbox was graphically better
I
than
mean,
PlayStation, but I don't think there's any.
Everyone's got a different opinion.
I don't think there's anything different except for that. You have to have a certain game system if you want to play.
Some
you know,
yeah, that's
like-
just how it's been lately, and it's like whatever. Like I also get shit because like my dad plays the shit with me too, so it's like I'm not just buying it for myself. I'm buying it for my dad too.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like he gave me my first video game consoles, and I'm giving him the ones that I get to experience with him. So it's
Yeah.
like, I like that kind of shit. Like it has meaningful meaning, but it's not just sitting there because it's like, oh, I can fucking flex on the fucking internet that I have.
yeah, it's being used.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
it's
that's
being
good.
used by
That's-
somebody.
No, I've been getting lost in Breath of the Wild the last couple weeks, man.
Couldn't get into it.
It's been crazy.
I've been getting lost in Days Gone for a while now, or for the past couple days at least. I started it.
Yeah, you've literally had days gone because of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's one thing you said. You had all the older game systems. I have all my older ones. The newer ones I don't have, like starting with the PS3 and stuff, because they ended up breaking. You know, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
the older ones will last for
Yeah.
fucking ever.
Well, because it
Yep.
was like
You know,
people are
like-
making shit more faulty now in order
Yeah.
to get you to buy more. It's like it's
Yep.
fucking clever or clever. Wow, that was
Clever.
English. See, I told you I can't speak English to save my life, and I was born in this country. That fucking says something. But it's like, yeah, that shit's gonna break because that's like
Yeah.
how fucking cheap manufacturing is now too with everything. It's like, okay, whatever. I'm not
My-
falling for it.
My younger brothers actually just got my PlayStation 2, our old PlayStation 2, like the original, like the thick one, it's working. They've been playing it like the past couple of days. Fucking
Oh, my
That's
P-
nice. I like the PS.
I'm
I'm
about
That's
to
good
grab
game.
all
Pick
my
PS2
fucking Tomb
with
Raider
the-
games and come
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, my PS2 works.
They have my brother even bought a this converter thing that you plug into the PlayStation. You can use the PlayStation 4 controllers because we didn't have any PlayStation.
Dude, you know what
2.
you gotta
Oh,
get?
shit.
That, like, if you want to fuck, like, I did this shit at my work because I was like, I want to try something. So I got a fucking external little like TV monitor, and I got a converter because you know how the PS2, like, you can't play that shit with an HDMI cord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So-
you can, and it looks like shit on these
Yeah.
TVs.
So what I
too.
did is I got a fucking video converter, so it turns it to HDMI cable. So I was like, let me fuck with people. I brought my PS2 into fucking work, my SNES, my NES, my fucking Wii, and I'm playing this shit on my fucking break at work. And it was like, if it was a weekend I was closing, I was literally sitting in the office like on my fucking break, just like on the fucking phones with whoever's calling for food, and then it's like I'm sitting there playing fucking like Super Mario on the NES in the fucking work office. It's like, fucking A, this is big dick energy right here. I don't care what anybody says.
Hell yeah.
That's great. Oh shit.
Well, do you have anything you want to plug before we start wrapping shit up? Or you got any big matches coming up? I know you'll be down in Virginia pretty soon.
Yeah, dude, that's like the greatest fucking thing now. Is like POR is now on IWTV for every show,
Yep.
and it was like
So
the
you're
first.
making your fucking debut, right?
Well, no, the
Oh,
first
no,
one
you
was
were,
already
you
did.
were in the
yeah, the
pre-
POR Hardcore Grand Prix. That
Yeah,
was like my
that's
most
right.
embarrassing fucking match last year, actually, because
Really?
I was
Why?
so nervous and I fucked
Dude, you
every.
guys killed that
No,
match.
it's not like between like the matches. It's my own performance. Like I was fucking off my game because I was so nervous.
Yeah, I feel you.
But it's like I also broke my match ritual. So like, what did you have a ritual before you went into a match? Like it
Yes
was like
and
you
no.
had to do this, otherwise like the match wouldn't work.
I'm sure he smoked weed.
Well, I mean that's like fucking waking up on one side of the bed or the other. You have to do it in the morning. It's
Yeah.
like you wake up, I smoke weed. So yes, I was high pretty much all of my matches.
Yeah.
See, like I couldn't
but
do
no,
that.
I mean I had like stuff I would say to pump myself up before every match, but I didn't do something like before every match.
yeah,
Like,
see,
Okay.
like
some
I,
people punch themselves in the face. Some people fucking snort a line of cocaine. Some people fucking
See,
Everybody's got something different. But.
Listen, everyone's got their niche. Mine is literally, and I'm a big fat ass. You guys know I like to eat, but I can't eat or drink anything before a match at all. Like from the night before until I finally get home. Because if I do, my match is going to be terrible, and I'm going to be out of focus, and I'm also afraid I'm going to shit myself.
Yeah, oh my god.
Because listen,
that
when
was
you were
the
at
best part about living near the ring. I only lived a couple blocks from the
dude,
fucking ring,
see,
and there was
yeah.
no like actual shitter there.
Yeah, there's
So,
literally only a pisser. The closest
Yeah.
shitter was a
Dude.
Wawa that was like a good 5 to 10 minute walk. So I was like, if you had to shit and if you didn't have a car, you were fucked.
there's been,
Dude, my grandmom Cindy was gonna kill everybody. You know how many people from that yard went into her house to use the bathroom?
Oh my
She
god.
ended up like saying it couldn't happen anymore.
Wait,
like
what?
Amber and shit would bring people like to use the bathroom, and she'd bring people
Oh my god.
to use the bathroom with her. Like,
That's crazy.
What the fuck?
like say it was another chick that had to use the bathroom or something like that. You know, they would
That's
all
crazy.
walk back. Lori Bree, all those people. It was grandmom Cindy's house.
Well,
what it was.
you gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. So I was like, I don't want to shit myself. So I was like, I literally just won't eat. I won't eat before a match. Like, even, like, and that's why I think all my fucking Virginia matches I've had last year were not as good as they could be. I ate before I ate cheats. That was my mistake right there.
Well, dude, sheets is hard not to eat.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm also the asshole that gets a fucking well-done burger, extra cheese, fucking
Everything.
cheese sauce, mozzarella sticks,
Yeah,
chicken
everything
tenders
on the fucking-
on a fucking toasted bagel. And it's like, I wonder why I'm out of focus right now. And I also feel like I'm going to shit
God,
myself.
fuck you for saying sheets, man.
Fuck you, I want some too now. I'm fucking
No,
hungry.
I'm pissed too. Well, I'm not pissed because we'll be in fucking AC partying with the weed festival, but we won't be at the Virginia show because it's the same week.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
well, I'm glad you actually bring up the Virginia show because that's my next match actually. It's down June 27th against Renegade Rebel. I'm gonna fuck that little midget up.
Oh shit!
Like, look, talk shit all you want, Rebel. Remember the last 2 times you fucking wrestled me? I kicked your ass. It's
Damn.
like triple
He did,
threat
man.
match. I kicked your ass and I kicked Mike's ass and I won the
Damn.
fucking title. So you want to claim what you never lost? Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Keep that title held up. I want to look at it.
Yeah, fuck you, Rebel. You ain't getting shit. This is my fucking title. This is my fucking year. You're gonna have to kill me, asshole. But it's like you also gotta reach my face with your fucking fist first.
Oh,
Damn.
said she ain't got
So
no nipples.
bring you and your little inbred little crew TXW like okay. I'm gonna kick all your asses.
Oh.
It's that simple.
I'm
gonna
so
walk
sad
in.
we're not gonna be there.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm sure somebody will record it. I'm literally
Well,
gonna
it'll
knock
be
the
on
fucking.
IW pay-per-view.
Oh yes, it will be on IWTV pay-per-view along with every single other POR fucking wrestling show this
That's
year.
awesome.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, it is fucking insane. Do you want to plug your Instagram, Facebook, any social media?
Not really, because it's like my shit's more personal on my social media. And it's like I don't want some people knowing what I post
Okay.
and what I talk about. So it's like, no.
So fuck you guys. He's not giving you shit.
Well, we'll
No.
add all the UWF.
So that's why I
stuff.
say, yeah, if you're gonna look for anything wrestling involved with me, you gotta go to the UWF pages. Fucking Underground Wrestling Federation, no spaces on Instagram, Underground Wrestling Federation on Facebook, YouTube. That's where you'll find all of our shit, especially on our Patreon. Like now we're starting to do our matches from that show. Are
Go
released
watch him
24.
almost kill me on Patreon.
Fucking
How
A,
many
man.
times on Patreon? Probably like 3 or 4 times. It's worth it just for
Right.
that alone for some people.
Yeah, it really is.
But like, we're now doing because now I have a GoPro because I seen you were doing like live streams on your GoPro before, and so I was like, I wanted to try that in the show.
It's
So
such good quality.
it
isn't
is.
man?
So it's like I started doing that now. I was like, I'm trying to live stream at the shows. Hasn't worked yet, but now we're doing it where if you couldn't attend a show, like if you're across the fucking country or whatever, or even across the planet, it's like you can literally go on our Patreon within 24 to 48 hours of the show, and all the matches will be on there, and it's only $5 a month. Like you can't fucking beat that.
Yeah, you really.
It's like if you guys are gonna
cool.
spend fucking thousands of dollars on iPhones, but you can't spend $5 to support your fucking local deathmatch wrestlers, what the fuck is wrong with you?
There you go, man.
Fucking
All this
right.
shit is going to be added down in the description of this video. While you're there, of course, like, subscribe, share. And Mikey Anarchy, thank you for being on the show, brother.
Indeed, sir. Thank you.
Good
for
night,
having me.
people.
Fuck you.
Love y'all.
I'm still high.